Wow. This is incredible. This might be my favorite view of Yosemite, maybe even favorite view in America. You gotta see this. Good morning and welcome to another day of van life. Today we are out in Yosemite National Park and we're gonna be going for a hike today. But before we hit the trail, let's have some breakfast to fuel up, pack our bags, and then we'll be on our way. All right, let's go. Bon appetit. So today we're going to be doing Clouds Rest hike in Yosemite National Park. So we should get an awesome view over the whole Yosemite Valley. We can see Half Dome and El Capitan and everything from when we get to that high vista point. I think it's like 12 or 13 miles and 3,200 feet of elevation gain, something like that. So it should be a good most of the day hike. So last night I just parked at the trailhead for the hike. Since people do overnight backpacking trips from this location, you can park in this trailhead. So which is the Sunrise Lakes Trail or something like that. And I'm glad I did because it's already 8 a.m. and the parking lot's pretty much full already. There might be one or two more spots, but no, glad I didn't have to move. Just gonna finish this breakfast and then pack up and we'll hit the trail.
Look at the size of this sandwich that I found at the store yesterday. This is gonna be my lunch today. Normally I would just bring a peanut butter and jelly or something, but I saw this thing for $5, so couldn't beat that. It's huge. All right, all packed now except for the sandwich. So now I just gotta change out of my Yosemite shirt into my hiking clothes and put on some sunscreen and bug spray, and then we're hitting the trail.
Also, shameless plug.
If you like this vintage style Yosemite shirt that I'm wearing right now, I sell these in my shop with a whole bunch of other national park designs. So if you want to support me in the channel, you can go and check that out.
All right, let's hit the trail. All right, finally on the trail. It's a little bit later than I was hoping to get out. It's like 9:30 a.m. right now. I was hoping to be on the trail by like 8:30 or 9, but overslept a little bit, and then I also had to make breakfast and clean, and stuff always takes longer when I'm filming. So that's why we're getting a little bit of a late start. So hopefully we have enough time to get the whole hike in. So it's like, I think I saw the sign was 7.4 miles to Clouds Rest, and then it's out and back. So that's what, about 15 miles or so of hiking, and it's 9:30 right now. So I think we'll be able to get to it. I'm super excited for this hike though. So I've been wanting to do this one for a little while. So the last time I was in Yosemite was like 2 years ago when I hiked Half Dome and Glacier Point from the valley, and I saw this one, and I heard that this is one of the most beautiful views in all of Yosemite because you get a view over Half Dome and the whole valley. So I've been wanting to do it since then, but the road was closed last time I tried to get here because it was still snow on the road in July, which was insane. So I'm excited to finally do it. But it looks like we're coming up on a river crossing here. So let's take a look. So I will have to take off my shoes because we do go in the water and we will get our feet wet. But it's not too bad. All right, so let's do that. Well, that wasn't too bad. Just like ankle deep or so. So just gonna put the shoes back on, just lean off a little bit, and then back on the trail. So I'm at around like 2-ish miles in already, and I'm already wicked sweaty. And lucky for me, I found this nice snow pile here to help me cool down. So I'm just gonna stick my face right in here. Oh, that's a little harder than I thought. Oh, that felt so good though. That actually was like legit super refreshing. Might take some snow for the road. That snow on the face legit felt wicked good. I'm already pretty like sweaty and kind of winded, honestly, from just the 2 miles so far, which is weird because I'm not usually this winded after 2 miles, but I'm guessing it has to do with the elevation. Because I've been in San Diego for the past month and I just drove up here yesterday. So, going from 0 elevation up to, what am I now, like 8,000 hiking to 10,000 feet? Yeah, there's going to be a difference in oxygen. So, is that a good idea? Bad idea? Maybe I should have done a warm-up hike first, because this is like the first big hike of the year that I'm even doing. So I don't know. We're gonna see what happens, but make it to the top. How long it's gonna take? If it's gonna take me longer than usual, probably will from all the filming and heavy breathing that I'm doing. But we're gonna make it though. I believe in me. It's just a matter of what time we're gonna be done at. Yeah. Oh, also broke my sunglasses. Or I don't really know how they broke. I think the screw is just loose in there. So now this is how we have to rock them now. No side piece. They kind of work. I don't know. Not the most convenient, but we'll make do. All right, back to it. These mosquitoes are tenacious too. It's like you're okay whenever you're moving, but as soon as you stop moving, they just come and attack you like a spider monkey. Is that a phrase? Do people say that? I don't know. I'm going to say it. If people don't say it, they're going to say it now. Gotcha. Yeah, so I read on the reviews that the mosquitoes were pretty bad, and they weren't too bad to start, but now as soon as you stop, they're like right on you. So just got to keep moving, I guess. Just keep moving, just keep breathing, just keep swimming. All right, made it to this big like open area cross section. So I think if we go that way, that's the Sunrise Trail. So that'll take us to lakes, I think, if I remember right. I have to check my map on that. And then we're gonna go this way and keep going to Clouds Rest. So we've got 4.7 miles to Clouds Rest, it looks like. So we've gone like 2.25 miles or so far. Yeah, so doing pretty good. Like I said, I'm a little more winded than I thought I would be just because I'm at much higher elevation than I've been at for the past 2 months or so, but whatever. We'll make do. We'll survive. It would be nice if I had some sunglasses right about now, though. I've had those sunglasses since high school, actually, which is pretty insane that they've lasted that long and haven't broken yet. So, I mean, I guess I'm probably due for a new pair of sunglasses then. Oh. So that's what? How old am I? 28? Over 10 years? Over 10-year-old sunglasses, and they've still held out without getting any like major scratches or breaks. I think that's a pretty good run, and I guess I can get a new pair of sunglasses. We've been mostly in the woods so far this hike, but we're starting to get a little bit of a clearing and some more of the rocks. So let's take a look over there. You can see, I don't know what that's called, if that has a name. Is that Clouds Rest? No, I don't think so. No, we got a while to go before Clouds Rest, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know. So we got the granite, I think it's granite gray rocks, and things are starting to open up a little bit more. So this has been a very, very pretty trail so far. So it reminds me a lot of the beginning of the Half Dome hike, so we'll see if it keeps going up with those similarities. But Half Dome you need to have a permit to do the cables at the top. You can do the whole hike without the permit up until you get to Subdome, but then once you get to Subdome and you want to do the actual, steep cables up to Half Dome, then you're going to need to get a permit, and sometimes it can be pretty hard to get. Like when I was here 2 years ago, I tried for 4 days to get a permit to do Half Dome and couldn't get it any day. So basically you have to put into the lottery the day before, or like 2 days before you want to do the hike, and then you'll get a notification later in the evening if you get the permit or you don't get the permit. And for 4 days straight, I was not lucky enough to get the permit. So, but I only had one more day left in Yosemite, and I wasn't gonna not try and do the hike. So I decided that even if I couldn't do the Half Dome hike, I would go up to Subdome and do that part. But so I did the full, however far it was to Subdome, 7 miles, something like that to Subdome. And then once I got to Subdome, I actually made some friends. So I just started talking to random hikers and asked them if they had an extra space on their permit. Because when you get the permit, it comes with either, I think, 4 or 6 slots that you can use. And so I saw a group of hikers that was only 2 people. And so I just asked them, hey, you got space on your permit? And they said, yeah, we got an extra spot if you want to join. I'm like, oh, bet, amazing. So made some friends and just hiked up with them to Half Dome for the cables for that little bit. So on past the Ranger. And yeah, then that's how you make friends. everybody's usually pretty friendly when you're on the trail. You'll get, obviously, the one off person who's either not having a good day, just a grumpy person in general, or that one guy who likes to blast the music from the speakers in the backpack. Don't be that guy. But in general, most people are pretty chill when they're out hiking on the trail, because how can you not be? You're out in nature, it's beautiful, get the fresh air, even though it's not as high oxygen content as I'm used to. Whoop, almost tripped there. But yeah, it's refreshing, and it just should put you in a good mood being outside like this. This rate, probably another 4.5-ish miles to the top of Clouds Rest, and I can't wait to see the view up there. I hear it's beautiful. I'm gonna be looking down on Half Dome, so be sure to stick around to see how that looks. You're not gonna want to miss that. These mosquitoes are the worst. Ooh. Maybe I'll write a song about how bad mosquitoes are.
Out in the wild, peaceful and free, then I feel this buzz, it's you bugging me. Tiny little fiend, you ruin my day. In the forest green, you won't go away. Buzz off mosquitoes, you bite me up mad, ruining my hike, driving me bad. Buzz off mosquitoes, get out of my sight, I'll swat you away, won't give up the fight.
So I've actually been going downhill for a little bit at the moment now. Which concerns me a tiny bit, because that means I'm gonna have to go back up. Ooh, a bit muddy here. But yeah, so it's up and down and up and down. That's hiking, I guess. But yeah, hopefully it's not too bad on the way back up, and we don't have too much of a steepness left to go. I think I'm at like 1,200 feet of elevation gain at the moment. Can't remember the exact amount that we're going for, somewhere between 3,000 and 3,500. So, not even halfway. So, yeah, it's been nice to not be breathing super heavy for a little bit, but I'm sure that will change any moment now. Time for a little snack time. So the real reason why I hike is just so I can eat what I want without feeling guilty. Right now it's just a clementine, so like actually healthy, but we'll be changing that up later. All right. I think I'm gonna walk and eat at the same time though. Take your garbage, carry in, carry out, and let's go. This is such a good clementine. Made me just really hungry, but so juicy. I'm gonna need another one of those. Alright, not sure if you can read that, but only 2.5 more miles to Clouds Rest. Gone like 4.5, I think now. I have to check my map to see how far we're going, and feeling pretty good right now. So, it hasn't been super steep recently, so caught my breath, no longer winded. Spoiler, it did get steeper, and not even on the rock part yet, which I'm assuming is going to be the steepest part, because that was the steepest part of Half Dome, so I'm assuming it's going to be similar to that. Who knows? I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, but yeah, it is getting steeper. Back to winded Joey, but we got a little bit of a flat section right now before we get mosquito again. Before we get onto the rock, I think. Nah, it's kind of hard to see from now, but I'll show you in a second what it looks like once we get to the base of it. See that rock up there? I think that's where we're going. So still got another big climb all the way up through here, and then we'll get up to that rock face at some point, and then we'll be at the top overlooking the valley over there. So almost at the final stretch, not quite there yet. Once we see the rocks, just rocks, then that'll be the final stretch. So almost there. The trees are starting to get shorter, so that means we must be getting close to the top. So passed a few people coming down. I'm getting winded again, so I had to do the old pretend you're not tired when someone's passing you while hiking. You know how it goes. Someone's about to pass you, so you do the deep breath, and you give them the smile, the wave. They walk past you, decompress. And you can finally breathe and go back to your natural state of being tired and winded. You're lying if you've never done that before. All right, got to be getting close. You can taste it. All right, we have made it to Clouds Rest. Got the sign right here to prove it. Now all that's left is to climb all the way up there. I don't know if you can tell from the angle or it's got the action cam effect where it makes it look not that bad, but like decently steep and quite a lot of rocks up there. So now we're in the home stretch. We're almost at my favorite point out of every hike, and that's lunchtime. So that's the real reason why I hike, is just to eat in cool places, but the view is already incredible. Like, take a look at this. You just get all the gray rocks and the granite, and you can see some like alpine lakes in the distance over there, and it's just incredible. All right, onward and upward we go. Made it to the top of the cloud. So behind me, you can see Half Dome and El Capitan. So I'll point those out.
So Half Dome is that big one right in the middle there, and El Capitan is that like rock wall on the edge there. And then behind Half Dome, I can't really see it, but that's where Glacier Point is, and that's another like drive. It's like an easy drive to get a good view of Half Dome from the other side.
I did that hike when I was here 2 years ago because the road was closed, so you couldn't actually drive up to Glacier Point and take a look. So I hiked up, 3,000, 3,500 feet from the valley floor all the way to Glacier Point and had it basically all to myself, which was amazing. But man, here on the other side, I think this might be my favorite view in all of Yosemite that I've had. Like, even more than doing Half Dome. Like, hiking Half Dome is definitely a rite of passage and iconic, and you definitely have to add it to your hiking bucket list. But I don't know, I think the views up here at Clouds Rest are even better. It was similar-ish hike. You don't get the cables, which is a bit of a bummer. It's like a unique experience. So you can probably actually see them.
If we zoom in, see the big hump jutting out? There's people who climb all the way up to the top of that, like right there via those cables. See if I can zoom in and make it bigger for you. But
yeah, those cables are wicked steep. So that's why they had the cables. But it's a super cool experience. 10 out of 10. Recommend giving that a try if you can get the permit, or if you want to try risking it like me and try and make some hiking friends along the way. That's an option too, if you can snag a spot on somebody else's permit. And then El Capitan, the big like sheer rock wall face right there, people rock climb that. So Alex Honnold, you may have seen the movie Free Solo.
That's what he climbed. So from the bottom all the way to the top, over 3,000 feet, no ropes, no anything, just climbing it. Guy's absolutely insane. Never catch me doing that, but good for him. All right, we finally reached my favorite point of every hike, and that's lunchtime. This is really the only reason why I hike, is to eat in beautiful places. The rest of the hike, yeah, take it or leave it, but eating a nice sandwich with a view like this, come on, that's worth it. Oh, and we got my monster sandwich today. I'm stoked for that. Let's dig that out and refuel before we start heading back down.
I smell the food nearby. Oh, he's coming up. He's getting close. He's getting brave. How close is he gonna get? See if he goes all the way up. He wants it. He can smell it. I can smell my bag of nuts. Oh. Getting scared. Oh, no, he's there. He's there. He's coming up for it. Oh, he's gone. He's getting brave, but I'm not going to give him one because don't feed the wildlife. Where'd he go? Yeah. Sorry, little chipmunk. No nuts for you. Haven't had cell signal for like 24 hours now, and honestly, I kind of like the disconnecting for a set amount of time. It's nice to just not be able to be contacted every once in a while. So that's one of the reasons I don't have Starlink in the van. Well, that and because the Starlink mobile wasn't available, or even regular Starlink really wasn't available to be moving all the time once I built out the van. So for that reason, I just have a normal cellular antenna on the van, and that's how I get Wi-Fi in the van. But that means that if there's no cell signal, that means I don't have internet. But I kind of planned it that way, so that way I couldn't work or do anything when I'm in beautiful places like this, and I can just enjoy the nature and enjoy the beauty. So it kind of forces you to decompress and take a step back and just ponder things for a minute. But I know as soon as I get back to civilization again, I'm going to have a solid 4 text messages to respond to probably. So, super popular if you didn't know. All right, just about to finish up with lunch, and then we're going to start heading back down to the van. It's all downhill from here. Got about 5 miles left until I am back at the van. Feeling pretty good still. Legs haven't given out yet. Feeling like a little tired, but not super bad. I've been snacking on a bunch of these Starbursts. It's a great trail snack. So started doing that when I went hiking with my sister and brother-in-law last year, and they brought like a whole bag. And so since then, been hooked on Starburst for trail snacks. It was funny, last year when I was hiking with them, my brother-in-law was like the keeper of the snacks, the keeper of the bursts, and he would just give one to my sister every single mile to keep her motivated. So whatever it takes to keep going. Also threw in the AirPods to put on an audiobook. So depending upon the hike, sometimes I like to listen to an audiobook or a podcast while I am hiking. And it just depends how long the hike is, because I'll usually hike solo. So if it's a long one, sometimes, it's nice to just be out and enjoying the nature and just listen to the sounds of the birds and the wind and everything. But sometimes it's like for a longer hike, this one's like 8-ish hours probably by the time I'm done. I'll throw on an audiobook for part of it. Right now I'm listening to, Superfans by Pat Flynn, which is basically a book on how to better serve your audience on social media and get people who actually like you online, I guess. So it's been pretty good so far. I've been enjoying it. It's basically an extension of the 1,000 True Fans essay that went viral a little while ago. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's just social media things. Don't worry about it. But yeah, so that's the usual type of stuff I read. So I usually do a lot of audiobooks when I'm driving because of the mosquito. Yeah, I usually do a lot of audiobooks when I'm driving just because, got hours to kill driving the van. So audiobooks and podcasts, most of them for me are like centered around like business, social media stuff, personal development, that kind of thing. I don't know, that's just the kind of stuff that I personally like to read. I should read more fiction. I've been wanting to get more into it. I don't know. I've got a lot of other books on my list that I've been defaulting to before fiction. When I read fiction, I like to actually read it from my Kindle and less of an audiobook. So that's just a personal preference. But yeah, so getting close to the end of this hike now. We'll see how long the legs last and what the plan is for when we get back to the van. I'm not sure if I'm going to stay parked where I am right now and just at the trailhead and sleep at the trailhead again overnight and take off tomorrow. Excuse me. It'll depend what time I get back. So, because I should also hit the road and start heading to the next destination, but we'll see how the legs feel and if I need to shower and cook dinner and how I'm feeling hungry-wise. And yeah, that'll be an audible. We'll make that call when we get down there. Alright, gonna start planning my book again, finish out this hike, and then I'll see you back in the van.
It's getting a little low on water, so I'm gonna filter some and add it to my pack.
Oh gosh. So many mosquitoes. This is insane. It's crazy.
Oh, and this water's nice and cold too. Excellent. All right, that should be good. All right, now let's finish out this trail.
Oh, there she is. The van. Evangelina Jolie.
We made it. Woo! Well, helps if you unlock it first. All right, take two. Oh yeah, just as I left it. Nice big mess. Woo! It's toasty in here though. Might leave that door open or just chill outside for a little bit. That was a solid hike though. Let me see, how far did we go? Looks like 8.5 hours and just under 13 miles. But it was probably 13 or a little more because I accidentally turned off the recording for a little bit. So we'll call it 13 miles and 3,100 feet of elevation gain. So not bad for a first hike of the year, and got some of those beautiful views I've ever seen. Yeah, I'm gonna take a little break, maybe have a little bit of a snack, and then decide what I want to do. If I want to stay here, or if I want to start driving somewhere else. But first things first, let's take a little rest, a little snack. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. After a hike like this, I would just shower in the van here, and then I would probably cook some dinner and then just chill out at this trailhead or find another camping spot not too far away. But I've eaten my snack and I'm feeling pretty good now, and I'm not really in the mood for a full dinner at the moment, and I do have to be in Tahoe tomorrow, so it's only like 6:30 right now, so I'm thinking I'm just going to leave straight from here and drive to Tahoe. So it's like a 3-ish hour drive, I think. I don't know, I don't have internet, so I can't really check, but if I remember right, it seems like it's about a 3-hour drive, so it's doable. So I think that's the plan. Now, got stuff to do today, and so I think I'm gonna hit the road again, and since just, watching me drive for 3 hours is not gonna be super exciting, I think that I'll just end the video here then. So if you stayed this long, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more hiking and van life, adventure, day in the life kind of videos like this. Thanks. I'll see you in the next one.